Welcome back, my future gold mining experts. This is the second installment in my beginner tutorial for Gold Rush, the game. In the last video, we loaded up our truck and drove to Old Arnold's parcel. Today, we're going to set up our first mining operation and catch some gold. In the last video, we left off next to a fast travel location. First, let's unlock this fast travel location. Now, let's drive over to the creek where we will set all of this up. At the creek, we need to unload our truck. One tip here is to make sure you drop everything on land and try your best to ensure nothing ends up in the water, otherwise you may not be able to find it easily. With everything out of the truck, let's start getting things set up. First, pick up the sluice box core and walk over to the designated spot. You'll see an outline in a yellow or gold color indicating where you can place the sluice box. Get close enough to where you see you can press the E key to place it. Next, grab the sluice box extension and place it to the left of the sluice box core. Then grab the hog pan and place it above the sluice box core. Finally, place the 4 mats onto the sluice box core and extension. Before we go further, we need to grab a few more things to operate this setup. You may have noticed the tent not too far away. The tent is a functional part of the game and not just for show. Let's walk over to the tent and see what's in there. As you can see, the tent has 2 buckets, a large tub, and a gold pan. Take each one of these and carry it over to our mining operation. Now that we have everything we need, let's prepare a couple of things before we start digging for pay dirt. With a bucket in hand, walk over to the creek and look down at it. We are given an option to fill our bucket with water. Let's do that and then set it aside. Next, pick up the large tub and fill it with water and set it aside. We're going to use the bucket of water to wash our mats and the tub to pan for gold. With that in mind, let's walk over to our hog pan and start getting this thing filled up with some pay dirt. To switch to dig mode, press the number 2 key on your keyboard to switch to your shovel. You can also use the mouse wheel to scroll to the shovel. Scrolling up moves to the left, and scrolling down moves to the right. Facing in the direction of the pay dirt, left click with your mouse and take a scoop. Turn back to the hog pan with the shovel placed over the top of it. Press the E key to dump the scoop into the hog pan. Before continuing with more pay dirt, let's cover something really quick. If you look around at our mining equipment, you'll notice little buckets along with some numbers. These numbers indicate how full an item is. There's a number that represents our hog pan and a number for each of our mats. When filling up the hog pan, don't go over 100%, otherwise you are losing pay dirt and the game will warn you about this. The same idea applies to your mats. Once they reach 100%, they can't catch gold, and anything you wash in the hog pan at that point will end up being washed away. Let's get back to shoveling more pay dirt in our hog pan, filling it up as close to 100% as possible without going over. After a number of scoops of pay dirt into the hog pan, you may be prompted with a message telling you that you found a lucky gold nugget. The game will give you the option to accept it or decline it. If you accept it, you will not be prompted to accept or decline lucky gold nuggets for the duration of the game, and they will automatically be accepted. If you decline it, you will not be prompted to accept or decline lucky gold nuggets for the duration of the game, and they will automatically be declined. If you choose to accept the lucky gold nuggets, the game will alert you when one is found along with the weight. Accepting or declining only applies to this game save and no others. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to accept the lucky gold nuggets. Now, back to scooping. We've managed to fill our hog pan to 100%, and now we have to start washing the pay dirt. Press the number 1 key on your keyboard to switch to your hands and grab the empty bucket. Fill it up in the creek and take it over to the hog pan. When you point the bucket towards the top of the hog pan, you'll see we have an option to pour the water into it. Press the E key to pour the water in. We'll need to do this 3 more times to empty the hog pan of pay dirt. Looking at our mats, we'll see that they're 9% full. To maximize our ability to catch more gold, we're going to need to repeat this process until our mats are 100% full. Repeat the process of scooping in and washing pay dirt until your mats are completely full. Be careful not to keep washing pay dirt if your mats are full. Now that our mats are 100% full, it's time to wash them. Grab the additional bucket we set aside earlier and set it down next to our sluice boxes. Next, grab one of the mats and place it over the bucket and press the E key to wash it. Do the same for the remaining mats. Take the bucket of our washed pay dirt over to the gold pan and the large tub. Placing the bucket over the gold pan, press the E key to pour some into the gold pan and then set the bucket aside. Next, pick up the gold pan and place it over the large tub. Before we go any further here, I just want to point out that in the coming steps, you need to be extremely careful. If you don't move slowly, you can actually end up losing pay dirt. Any pay dirt that spills from your gold pan is gone and there is no way to get it back. Now that I've warned you, when placing the gold pan above the large tub, you'll get the option to interact. Press the E key to enter panning mode. Press and hold the left mouse button to immerse the gold pan into the tub. Press and hold the right mouse button to take it out. Moving your mouse in a circular motion, shake the gold pan so that the water is used to break down the pay dirt. Using the WASD keys, you can tilt the gold pan so that the water drains, but be sure not to tilt it too much out of an angle where you end up losing pay dirt. Normally, I just use the D key to tilt to the right and combine that with the shaking motion of the mouse to get all the water out. Repeat this previous step one more time. The best way to know you have completely cleaned your pay dirt is to pan it twice, and if clear water remains in the pan, there's no more gold to find. With our gold pieces now revealed, it's time to pick them out. But before picking them out, you should use your mouse to bring the gold pan closer to you to make it easier to spot the gold. You can also raise or lower the pan accordingly. Next, press the shift key to enter gold picking mode. In this mode, you need to carefully tilt your gold pan to different angles so that you can find the gold pieces. Gold pieces come in various shapes and sizes, so be sure to tilt the pan around several times to make sure you find every ounce. Use the WASD keys to tilt the pan and the mouse to hover over something that looks like gold to highlight it. If it's gold, it will be highlighted. To collect it, left click with your mouse. For smaller pieces of gold, you'll see a bottle on the screen that will suck it up. For larger pieces of gold, you will see something comparable to tweezers pick up your gold. The amount of gold available in each pan is all dependent on where you dig and how full your mats are before you clean them. When there's no more gold left in the pan, you can press the shift key to exit panning mode. And it is safe to dump your remaining dirt into your large tub. Repeat this process until there is no more pay remaining in your bucket. To see how much gold you have collected, including the lucky gold nuggets, look at the top left of the screen where it is labeled gold. By default, the game displays gold weight using the metric system, hence why it displays in grams. If you're like me and you're used to watching Gold Rush where everything is weighed in ounces, we can change that in the settings menu. To get to the settings menu, press the escape key. Next, click the settings tab. Then click the game box. There are lots of settings you can change or play around with here, including units type, the clock type, and temperature unit. If you change the unit type to imperial, the gold weight will be displayed in ounces. I'm going to change mine and then click the apply button. Hit the escape key 2 times to back out of the menus. You'll now see that the unit of measure has changed. In this video, you learned how to mine for gold the old-fashioned way. You set up your first basic gold mining operation, and if you desire, you can continue panning for more gold and collecting more of those lucky nuggets. You also learn how to access the settings menu where you can change a variety of options to customize your gameplay experience. In the next video, we're going to turn this hard-earned gold into money.